Hello, I'm Toka-MK, and I'm here to talk about combat and character progression in Neverness to Everness. Keep in mind that this is only the first beta test for this game, so you should expect changes in later iterations. Also, this beta is only available in Chinese, so all the terminologies are just rough translations that I've come up with for the sake of this video. First, I will briefly go over the combat system. Each character has 4 attacks. The normal attack, which deals very little damage and is mostly used to build up other resources. The special attack, which has a cooldown but does not require any other resources to use. The ultimate attack. This requires field matter, which by default only comes from normal attacks. But some characters have special ways to gain field matter. Finally, there's the entrance attack, which requires a thing called the ring factor. As you deal damage, the character will build up ring factor, shown by this icon here. Once that's full, when you switch to another character with adjacent elements, their entrance attack will be triggered. There are 6 elements in the game, and they are arranged like this. So right now I have light, spirit, curse, and dark elements in my team. If I'm using the spirit character and my ring factor is full, I can switch to either the light character or the curse character to trigger an entrance attack. Entrance attacks will have different effects depending on the elements of the characters. For example, switching from light to spirit will produce these flowers that shoot projectiles at the enemies. And that's a basic overview of the combat system. Next, let's talk about character progression. In this current beta, you can buy literally everything you need to level up from the shop with the special currency called Bug Coin. As this is a beta test, they've given us a lot of bug coins to play with. Here's the character page. You can see the detailed stats from here. Below the stats, you can level up your character with these hunter guides. Every 10 levels, you need to use special items to help them break through. One nice thing is that if you click on the item, it tells you where you can get it. And if it's available in the store, you can click here to open the store menu directly. Currently, my characters are capped at level 50, and I need to raise my appraisal rank to 3 to level them up further. What is the appraisal rank, you say? Well, first you have hunter level, which is your overall player level. And your appraisal rank goes up when you reach these specific hunter levels. I'm currently level 28, so my appraisal rank is 2, and I will need to reach level 30 to get to rank 3. Appraisal rank also affects enemy difficulty and reward. In the next tab, you can equip a disc to your character. There are several types of discs, and each character requires a specific type, shown by this icon here. The disc has 2 effects. First, it buffs 2 of your stats. Then, it has a special effect. This one here increases attack by 31 and HP by 10%. Its special effect is increase the character's attack by 36% when their HP is above 50%, and increase their defense by 36% when HP is below 50%. You can level up the discs with these tubes of paint, as well as with any extra discs that you don't need. Just like the character, every 10 levels, the disc also requires a breakthrough. And it's capped by your appraisal rank as well. In the beta, there are purple and gold rarity for the discs. Gold comes with better effects. You can get the discs from bosses, stories, or quests. And there is a Mr. Bag inside the Bureau of Anomaly Control that allows you to purchase purple discs. If you have duplicates of the same disc, you can use them to increase the disc's mixtape intensity up to level 5. So now this disc increases attack or defense by 72% depending on your HP percentage. Below the discs, we have what I shall call the Game Boy system. The Game Boy can be equipped with 2 types of add-ons, the cartridge and the Tetris blocks. The cartridge is split into left and right halves. Both the cartridge and the Tetris blocks have a main attribute and a sub-attribute. You can level up the cartridges and blocks using these bunny coins. as well as any extra cartridges and blocks that you don't need, but I will talk about that later. First, let's look at the set bonus, which is activated by first having a matching pair of left and right cartridges, and then having a specific combination of Tetris blocks. If you have 2 out of the 4 required block shapes, effect 1 is activated. If you have all 4 blocks, then both effects are activated. Since the protagonist has the light element, here I have this set bonus. Effect 1, increase light damage by 10%. Effect 2, for 15 seconds after using the ultimate attack, all attacks will ignore 20% of the enemy's light resistance. There are 4 types of blocks. This is a type 1 block, these are type 2, these are type 3, and these are type 4. They cannot be rotated, so you need to find ways to ideally occupy all the space while utilizing the 4 blocks required by the set bonus. The Game Boy comes in different shapes, but they are all 18 blocks. All blocks come with the main attribute of flat attack and HP buff. Blocks of the same type will have the exact same numbers. The numbers will increase as you level them up. The sub-attributes are random, but their numbers are always the same depending on the rarity and the block type. For example, if a type 1 purple block has the random attribute of percentage attack increase, that number will always be 1%. For a type 2 block, it will always be 2%. Type 3 will always be 3%, and type 4 will always be 4%. The sub-attributes are unlocked in order at +5, +10, +15, and +20. The plus number is simply the level for that block. As mentioned before, you can use bunny coins or other blocks to level the block up. Similarly, each half of a cartridge has a main attribute, which is a random stat buff that increases with the cartridge level, and 4 sub-attributes that are unlocked at +5, +10, +15, and +20. Just like the blocks, the numbers for the buffs is fixed depending on the rarity, but the category is random. This one here has the main attribute of increasing light damage by 6%, which goes up to 30% at +20. The first sub-attribute is, for every type 2 block equipped, increase ultimate meter gain by 2.1%. The second effect is, increase type 2 block count by 2, which synergizes with the first effect. So if you have only one type 2 block, it will treat it as having 3 and give you 6.3% of increased ultimate meter gain. The third and fourth effects are increased defense by 4.2% and increased HP by 3%. For the cartridge and Tetris blocks, you can see their attributes immediately after obtaining them. So if one's got bad stats, you can just use it as level up material for other blocks. Next is the Awaken tab. Here you can spend extra copies of the character to awaken them, up to 6 times. There are 6 Awaken effects, and each Awaken allows you to equip any one of them. You can change the equipped effect at any time. You can also gain additional effects on the 3rd and 6th Awaken. Finally, there's the skill tree. Below the skill tree is just the character's bio that you can read. Here you can see the normal attack, special attack, ultimate attack, and entrance attack for the character. You can click on the skills to level them up. Besides the skills, there are perks that you can get. They just increase your attack, defense, and HP by small amounts, so not that interesting. At the bottom, there are currently 2 perks next to the entrance attack, which you can unlock for each character. These perks enhance your entrance attack in interesting ways. For example, this one doubles the amount of projectiles from these flowers. And that's the character progression system for this game currently. If you are unfamiliar with gacha games, then this might sound very complex to you. But if you are a gacha game veteran, then you can probably tell that this is already a lot more forgiving than some other gacha games out there. If you have questions, feel free to leave them down below. I will try my best to answer them. If this video has been helpful, consider hitting the like button. there will be more videos on the closed beta of this game, so subscribe if you are interested, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.